to your heart without breaking your skin. No one has the power to hurt you like your kin. Kept it inside, didn't tell no one else. Didn't even wanna admit it to yourself. And now your chest burns and your back aches from 15 years.
Hey, what's up? And thank you for joining Open Discussions with your girl artist JL16. For those of you who've been following me on Spreaker, thanks for coming over here to the Cutting Edge Network, where I have my guest, Miss Rose Martinez. What's up, Rose?
What's up, June? How you doing?
I am very well. Tonight we are going to be discussing a very touching topic to our communities, which is child support. Do you file, do you not, and why? So, Rose, I know me and you got a little bit of experience with child support. Tell me a little bit about your experience and how did that become a part of your life?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't, think anything of it because the father of my child at the time, I, thought he was going to be there and, do what he's supposed to do as a man. But, situations and things happen, and I ended up getting into housing, and my worker had asked me, do I receive any child support? And I was like, no, I don't receive any child support. So she was like, well, you're going to have to take, your child's father for child support. And I said, well, he does what he needs to do. And she's like, well, it's a part of an income. So I went about with it, And when I had told him about it, he was kind of upset because, he's like, I take care of my son and, I don't know why I got to do this. So, I wasn't for it in the beginning, I was just like, no,
Uh-huh. And, with my... Go ahead.
Okay, so, it happened, it took some time, but, it wasn't enough. You just cannot, the amount of money that I receive is not enough of my son's life. It just is nothing to it. I don't even want it. I don't need it, So
it is difficult. It is difficult because, my situation was different. The father of my children, he was not, paying and he wasn't taking care. And for a long time, I used to feel like they were my children, my problem, my issue. And I never really wanted to go through the whole court. Because you notice on when I was posting and promoting this show, a lot of mothers were saying, I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? And I was one of those mothers that felt like the burden is on me. But then I realized that as my sons, when they got older, they started asking me, especially my older one, they're like, Mom, why isn't Dad doing this? And why isn't Dad doing that? And then I used to think to myself, like, why isn't he doing this? And I felt like in order for them to show them what a man is supposed to do, I myself had to take initiative to make sure that the father did that. And a lot of people disagree. A lot of people feel like you must be miserable or you must have a problem or issue. Did you ever go through anything like that what people thought?
Yes, I did actually. And a few people was, root me on. Yeah, take him. And then a couple other was like, no, that's not right. Let him be there for his kid. Let him do what he has to do. And in my situation, at that point in time, my baby father wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He was working a minimum wage job. He didn't want to work no more than, maybe 15 hours a week because he didn't want to have to pay all that money because he was like, I'm going to take care of my son. Years went on, years went by, and he didn't do anything. Nothing, not a gift, not a birthday, nothing, no sneakers, no clothes, no nothing. I had to do that. As a mother, I'm going to do it regardless. But it's like, you have to put more into it because, as the kids get older, they're going to want more things. And, we as mothers, we got to pay, single mothers, we got to pay bills, we have car insurance, cab fare, bus fare, all that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put in account everything that you have to do as a mother to support your children when you don't have any help from their parent, from the other parent.
Exactly. And a lot of people, like we said, a lot of guys think that sometimes when you take them for child support is out of sight. You know, especially if they've moved on and they have a wife or maybe they have other children. For me, when my kid's father had other children and then he got a job, it was just a reality, like a light bulb came on and said, June, he's capable, you know? Because at first you don't go to child support because you're like, you know, they ain't never worked. They ain't never going to do this. But then when you see, no, they does this. They're capable. That's kind of like a light bulb goes off in your head. So did your kid's father, did you see that he had more children? Like, has he been available in other children's lives more than he's been available in your children's lives?
He has had other children, actually. And, you know, I laugh at this, June, because he doesn't do for any of his kids. He doesn't pay support for none of his kids but my son. My one son, okay, he just pays child support for him, and it's under a double digit. It's a single digit. You understand what I'm saying? And it just hurts me, you know, to know that he can't go out there like your baby father did and was capable of working more hours and getting more money to take care of his kids. You know, he wants to work a minimum wage, mediocre job, and expect me to, you know, do everything and, you know, come out, give him money, give him this, give him that. First of all, I just got my child support from you a couple of days ago, and I can't even buy a box of wipes with it. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, he had other kids, and no, he does things, you know, when he wants something. You know, men are different. You know, everyone's kid's father is different. You know what I'm saying? Your kid's father, he actually stepped up and did what he was supposed to do as a man. You know, me telling my baby father, it's like going through one end after the other. You know, he can have as many kids as he wants and don't do anything for any of them. So, and you know, situations. You know, go ahead.
No, I'm just thinking about the child support. Okay, so we live in New York, right? The child support, the way they run things in New York is just out of control because they go and buy like this imaginary poverty line, and they're saying what the guy is able to pay. You know, I live in New York City. They don't even take account of the amount of money that has to be spent here to live, but they look at my income and they say, well, okay, this is what he can pay. And then when a person doesn't pay that, they tell you, you know, now you got to come back to child support and enforce it. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fact that guys can have this child support order, not pay, and still everything just be left on you, like as if we made these children by ourselves?
I feel kind of, you know, pushed off to the side because it's not like I had to have this kid by myself. You know, we did this as two people, and I just don't think it's fair. I mean, what I've heard from in New York City when it comes to child support, you know, my aunt has told me that if the man doesn't pay a certain amount and doesn't get a decent job to pay that amount, they would take away their license, they would take away their passports, or anything that they have if they're not paying their child support. Up here, they did the same thing with me. They looked at my pay stub, they looked at his pay stub. Okay, this is what he can pay. And what I don't understand is how, you know, okay, I may be making more money than him, but why does he have to pay this little bit, you know, and I have another chat with him and he doesn't pay anything for her. You know what I'm saying? And that's because of his pay stubs, of his, you know, how much he works. He does not work enough for them to give me enough. I got to deal with the bare minimum, you know. So I accept it. You know, I get my little bit of money every week. I accept it. I let it pile up. You know what I'm saying? So it's enough so I can get my child something nice. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that I feel put off to the side. I feel like they're just forgetting about us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then another thing that they say is, like, a lot of men, when they see that you've moved on into a relationship, they'll say, well, let that dude take care of the child. Let that guy take care of the child. So have you ever dealt with something like that where the guy now feels like he's no longer responsible for his child because he's moved on?
Yes, definitely. They see you happy. You know, they see you maybe your new boyfriend, man, whatever, has a car, good job, or have him pay for it, have him do the jets. I went through that, and it's like, well, I didn't have this kid with him. I had this kid with you. He's taking your place right now. He's doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, you know.
Oh, Rose, we got a caller.
Call. Okay.
We got a caller. Caller, come on in, caller.
Yes. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. This is Champagne.
Hey, Champagne. What's
Hi,
up? Thank you for joining Open Discussion.
I was listening in for like the last 5 to 6 minutes. I caught on late, but you were starting to talk about the dudes that move on and feel like they're not responsible for child support, and we all know how that goes. But I wanted to know about if any other ladies have dealt with criticism from other females about the whole child support thing. Like actually having other females, even a part of that guy's family, that's like looking at you crazy because you expect him to do his part.
I'll let you answer that first, Rose.
Okay, well, my situation, because everyone's situation is different, but in my situation, I don't get criticized. No one comes to me and says, oh, Rose, why are you taking him for child support? Because of the amount I get, no one criticizes me. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess it all depends, but every situation is different. So, you know, I don't get criticized for it. Not at all.
But like you said, it's the amount. For me, people would say, why are you taking him knowing that he has nothing? And the way I feel about it is, if I had nothing, would that be acceptable? If I decided to say that I'm not going to work anymore, I'm going to lay down, and my kids are going to eat however they can. Is that acceptable?
Absolutely not. The state will come and take your children.
Exactly.
For being neglected.
Exactly.
CPS will be involved.
And, of course, we have the memes on Facebook where people are saying, oh, you know, a real woman, you know, takes care of her own. She don't ask nobody for anything. I just want to let the listeners know that is a lie. That is a lie. It takes a team. It takes a village to raise a child.
That's right.
It really does.
If you can go
anything more foolish.
If you can go and knock on the door of the welfare and say, please give me some Medicaid, please give me some food stamps, then why is it so bad to go knock on the door of that court and ask the father of that child who helped you create that child for some money? To me, that's ridiculous. We quick to call our moms. Mom, I need diapers. Our mothers ain't help us to make that baby. If the father's alive and well, then we need to do everything in our power to make sure that he's paying his part of the responsibility. But, ladies, I have a funny clip for you guys right now that I'm about to play with a guy who has a message pertaining to child support.
It's a real celebration on today. I am so happy because I've only been able to do what I've been doing because of God. God has afforded me so many things that I'm going to give all of Facebook my testimony today. I am only where I'm at because of God. I'm a fireman, paramedic, engineer, captain, all the above. Only because of God. But on this day, June 12, 2015, I am celebrating something that I thought would never come. Today, my last child support payment day, y'all. My last one. And I'm so happy it's bringing tears to my eyes. But not only is it bringing tears to my eyes, but I have afforded so many things only by the grace of God. Let y'all see this here. Y'all see that Texas edition F-150? Texas edition F-150. 2010. This my baby right here. This my baby right here. 2012. And I bought it brand new. Brand new. I've been paying $1,800 a month for 7 years. I paid $900 a month for 10 years. Do the math. Do the math. That $260,000 that I done paid my baby mama. She ain't got a car. She ain't got a house. Every car she done ever had, it ain't got repos. Ha! Tell me God ain't good. Ha! Tell me God ain't good. Ha! Tell me God ain't good. Let me put my seatbelt on, y'all. Let me stop playing. Today my shift day. What I do? Take comp time. Why? To celebrate. Yes, to celebrate. I'm going to be celebrating all day long. I'm serious, y'all. This is a serious thing. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell all my coworkers, thank you for putting up with me and helping me through all this. A lot of stuff that I got that is going to get turned back on, like my other iPhone. See this here? It's off right now. Sprint, y'all going to get y'all money, man. Y'all going to get y'all money. So I get my phone back on. With my other phone. Yeah, 2 phones. Real talk. Boy, look here. I'm about to snap off. And I ain't even told y'all. I pay my ex-wife $550 for alimony or maintenance. But this $1,800, it's about to be in my pocket, baby. Yeah, buddy. It's about to be in my pocket. I'm about to snap off. Yeah, I'm about to buy me another car. Don't know what it's going to be just yet. Might be. I'll just wait and see what God gonna do for me. Yes, sir. Oh, I can't walk. I can't breathe without him. Understand that. Listen to the song. I can't do nothing without him. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to pay my tithes, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited, baby. Yes, I'm gonna be able to pay my tithes. Woo-wee! I'm about to get all my blessings. Everything that's supposed to come my way, I'm about to get it. Yeah, I'm excited. Woo, baby. And Renee, you get nothing no more. Nothing. You ain't getting nothing else. This is the last paycheck, baby. You get nothing else from me.
Ladies, is your hair dry and brittle? Do you have thinning around your edges? Has weave damaged your hair? Or have you experienced hair loss due to a medical condition or medication? Fellas, would you like to have a fuller and richer beard? Well, we have the perfect solution for you. Nourish your hair with Iris Botanicals all-natural hair care essentials. Our restorative hair care system is infused with powerful essential oils to help stimulate hair growth. Go to www.irisbotanicals.com. That's www.irisbotanicals.com and order your restorative care system bundle, which includes the aloe coconut clarifying shampoo, honey and olive oil conditioner, and rejuvenating hair butter, all for the low price of only $49.99 plus shipping. You can also find us at www.thecuttingetchnetwork.com/Iris-Patterson. That's www.thecuttingetchnetwork.com/Iris-Patterson. Iris Botanicals, essentials made by nature.
Yo, what do y'all think about that guy screaming? Talk about, I'm done. Right.
I think that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it really was.
Because it still didn't say enough to me. As much as he wanted it to say a lot, it still didn't say nothing to me except that you spent, $367,000 over a course of 17 years? They say it takes about $1 million on average, not even including extra stuff like college and all that other. You just regular taking full care, and I don't mean the kids don't have nothing to eat. I mean they have something to eat for all breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have food that fits them throughout the years, and they're taken care of, normal taken care of. For 18 years, that usually runs one parent for one child $1 million. You spent in that same amount of time $367,000, and you want me to feel sorry? That's still a $633,000 difference between what a mother spends taking care of a child for 18 years. By herself.
Exactly. Oh, we got a caller. Caller, come on in here. Caller, where you at?
Hello.
Hello, caller.
I don't know who it is. I've been here, though.
Well, I mean, he said that he went to school. He's an engineer. He's a captain. He's all this. I mean, yeah, you have to do all that so you can pay them child support payments. You understand? You boasted about it. Okay, yeah, you got you a new car. Yeah, you know what? You deserve that after you paid all that money to take care of your kids, what you should have been doing in the first place.
Exactly. And that is the problem. Because too many men are getting patted on their back. How many women get patted on their back for changing a diaper? Nobody ever says, "Oh, you was a good woman. You changed diapers." You know, nobody ever even looks at what we do. You know, they always look at the men. Oh, look at you. You pushing the stroller. I mean, that's the least. That's the least. So I want to know where them women at that was on the post saying no, they would never. I want to hear from some women that
it ain't gonna be valid anyway because it'll be the same people that have lived on the system for a good portion of their life raising their children. So to me, it wouldn't even be valid if they did, because in my opinion, if you ever had to go to anybody else, I don't care if it's the church family, God family, DSS family, Medicaid family, food stamp family, or even the WIC family, if you had to go to any one of those places to help you with your children at one point in time, then you don't have a valid reason for not asking the baby dad for nothing. You don't have a valid reason for protecting him from anything other than saying and admitting that you don't believe that he'd be able to do it. That's it. That's the only explanation that you could give me is that you don't really believe that he would do it anyway, which is why you would never go out there because you don't want to look stupid. Because you don't believe he would do it.
For those listeners that are online, hold on, I just want to give the listeners a number to call in if they have any comments. For those that are listening online, call in. This is Open Discussions on the Cutting Edge Network at 516-418-5637 and press that 1. You are welcome. We want to hear your opinion. We want to know, how do you feel about having to take your child's father for child support? Would you and would you not? And why? Because, again, ladies, like we were saying, you know, like you said, women are sitting here saying, well, I wouldn't do it. Why would I do it? And Tiffany absolutely right, because, you know, he won't. He won't. Right. You know, it takes a lot to keep going back and forth to that court when you know that dude is sitting up and not doing nothing. And, Rose, I wanted to say to you that, New York City said that they're going to threaten to take your passport and your license. But what if you got a baby dad who don't travel and he don't drive?
That's true. Exactly. They're going to lock him up. He going to get arrested because they're going to give him a certain amount of time to get a job. You know, and if he doesn't, when he goes back to court, they will lock him up. Now, that's from someone that lived in the city for 40 years that went through it. They told me that. So I know it's true, you know?
Well, every situation is different. Don't be so surprised and shocked because what might have been a couple of years ago ain't necessarily the same right here in this day and age. Just because a guy loses his license, his passport, and all of that don't mean his next step is jail. I got a baby dad right now who lost his passport, lost his ability to travel, but he had other people in his corner who's willing to help him out. They don't care. If he don't got no license to drive, he got a female who's willing to drive him around.
Right.
It doesn't matter. If he doesn't have a passport to go across the country to play ball, he got other coaches and people who's riding for him. Like, all right, we'll book you stuff here in the States. It doesn't even matter to him. You know what I mean? Right. So I feel like it's going to take more than just the court itself. It takes real women actually banding together and sticking by and saying, you know what, I'm not going to carry this torch by myself because I didn't make the child by myself. I don't deserve this, nor does my child. And then the more people that are actually doing it, maybe the better the system will actually be. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
So can we all agree to say that we feel like the system is not strong enough? The system is not supporting the women enough?
Definitely not. It's definitely not. Because, like I was telling you earlier, June, Champagne came in at the last minute, so she didn't hear what we said in the beginning. But I had took him back for my daughter because there was a situation where he denied her for 2 years, So when it came back that he was a dad, boom, I'm taking you to child support. Now, I wasn't doing it to be boastful about it, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have your money, because I knew he ain't had no money. But, you know what I'm saying, you didn't do nothing for my daughter for 2 years. You denied her, and you put me through so much turmoil. When we get to court, I'm going to give you a little bit. What is a little bit? There's already a little bit that I'm getting. So I just was like, you know what? I said, you know what? I don't even want it. Just dismiss the case. I don't want his money. And I walked out the courtroom, and I've been taking care of my daughter and my son. You could say, the little bit of money he gave me for my son is nothing. I take care of both my kids by myself with the help of my family and friends, And then he's calling me, asking me for money. Oh, so how about I give you the $6 in child support you give me every week? You want that? You can have that. See what you can get with that. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, yeah, $6. I announced it on air, sure did, and it's sickening to me. It boils my pressure up in my blood, where it's like, you know what? I want to get as far away from this man as possible and just do what I gotta do for my children. I don't need his money. You obviously had other kids after my kids, so they wasn't important in the beginning. So, that's just how I feel. I don't want nothing from you.
Well, I need the money. So if I go out there, just know I'm still coming from up. I don't care how much I do need the money, but I could be a millionaire, and I'm gonna be as petty as I can be. Even as a millionaire, I would still be in child support court. Like, yep, I want that 15. I want that 15. That $15, I want it. I want it now.
You're right though, because they should be responsible. As a birth certificate, as DNA, that man should be responsible to pay child support. Yes, I agree with that. But for me, just to go and just take him, I'm just not with all that.
It's a lot for us. I was going to say, it's a lot for us. It is a lot. And, see, I was taking the kid back even when he wasn't working because I wanted to hold on to the future. I said, you know what? I want anything that he might have. Anything that he ever come across, I wanted to come to me. That was my motivation. Because if any of us have ever went to go into college, you already know what tuition is looking like. So if that's when the money gonna start to come in, then let it come in. Then I'm gonna apply for the future. If I don't see nothing right now, I'm gonna say, all right, well, I'm gonna apply, and then whenever you come across, if you ever become something, if you ever get a job, I want a piece of that. And that was my motivation when everybody said, what? Why are you going? You know that man ain't got no money. He ain't been, because my child, by the time I went, my child was like 10 years old. And they like, June, really? Like, you let all these years go by? You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard work. It's hard work to go to court, and to fight. Especially if you're doing it on your own and welfare's not doing it. But if you're doing it on your own, it's hard.
That's true.
But we got to set an example, not only for our children, but we have to set an example for all women in America that we're going to stand up and we're going to get what's owed to us. And with that being said, I have a clip for y'all of a guy that's singing a song about child support that is going to come up right now.
Okay.
came within 6 feet. If you got custody and ain't providing your needs, seems to never agree. Don't take a ride cause I used to see it. Told her I was gonna leave, and she looked at me and she said, if I ain't with you, I'ma put you on child support. Oh, baby, child support now. That's why it's cheaper to keep her. Remember when we used to be cool? Me and you together, always acting the fool. Now it's like we're breaking the rules, and I'm singing the poor man blues. Keep on disrespecting me right in front of my daughter, talking all that shit, saying I can't afford her. Now we both feeling like we wishing we never met each other. So when you talk to your friends, you can say what you wanna say about me. I want it better for my daughter. You say you was gonna call the police if I came within 6 feet. Cause you got custody and ain't providing your needs, seems to never agree. Don't take a ride cause I used to see it. Told her I was gonna leave, and she looked at me and she said, if I ain't with you, I'ma put you on child support. Oh, baby, child support now. That's why it's cheaper to keep her. Now that it's over, don't you come round here. I got a new nigga now and he live round here. You gave my daughter a sister and I don't care if she know her. And I'ma keep on walking around here with this chip on my shoulder. Cause I'm mad at the way you tried to play me when you left me. She said, boy, I ain't gon' lie, you had me standing breathless. I guess this is the only way for me to try to get some payback. Say what you wanna say about me. I want it better for my daughter. You say you was gonna call the police if I came within 6 feet. Cause you got custody and ain't providing your needs, seems to never agree. Don't take a ride cause I used to see it. Told her I was gonna leave, and she looked at me and she said, if I ain't with you, I'ma put you on child support. Oh, baby, child support now. That's why it's cheaper to keep her.
Yes, child support, child support. How many of you ladies can say that it's cheaper to keep her? Do you believe in that? It's cheaper to keep her?
It's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, it's cheaper to keep her, meaning that if I would have just stayed with her and took all her crap, then I would not have to pay this money for child support. How do you feel about that?
Champagne, I'll let you answer that first.
Well, I disagree to a certain degree because everybody's situation, again, is different. And just because you have a child with somebody, I don't believe that that's ground enough to stay in a relationship. I feel like sometimes people are really not meant to be together, but God had it in the plans for you to have their child, and then you move on. I don't think staying and making her life miserable, making your life miserable, making a child's life miserable is necessary just to keep $1.
I disagree too because I was in a situation like with my kid's father and it wasn't healthy. I wanted him to go. I didn't want to be bothered with him no more because, I didn't want my kids to be around that type of, atmosphere, the arguing, the fighting and all that stuff. So you know what? It's better that, you left and you can give me my money. That's how I feel.
Yeah, for me, I really think that, when you're in a relationship, the person, if he wasn't doing nothing while he was with you, then most likely he's not going to do nothing when, you guys are not together anymore. But at least with the child support, you can put, a court order. You know what I'm saying? Make some move. When you got somebody with you, it's actually more expensive for you. Maybe, on a guy's perspective where he said cheaper to keep her, but for a woman, that's just more money because now you just got another kid up in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You're not going to do that staying with the baby mom to avoid child support. They're not doing anything to support their kids. I could pull a few dudes across, pull them out of their, just take a look, be a fly at their house and see what they're actually doing for their kids. Like, what are they financially helping with? A lot of them are not.
You're right. So many women, we just get comfortable with the idea of laying next to a man. We don't even realize, like, when's the last time he bought Pampers? When's the last time he provided the food that we're cooking? When's the last time he helped with rent? They're just living there, and you don't even know that once you, get them out your house and you don't have that man no more, your light bill go down because ain't nobody watching your TV all day while you at work. Your food bill go down. I noticed all that stuff when I had to tell it off of mine. You know what I mean? So, man, they just have a whole nother perspective about this whole situation. But I do know I know of guys that was doing more before the court order. When the court order came in, the court order was like something bogus, like $25 a week. When the dude was, presenting more money. So that's the only part that sucks if you're dealing with somebody who makes like under the table type of money.
Right.
Well, I feel like that's kind of how life really is. Sometimes it's unfair. There are casualties of war, and unfortunately, the casualties of war without support end up being the good guys who probably were doing more before he was ordered to, and then he just ended up with a baby mom that wasn't that mature or compromising, and then he ended up with the short end of the stick. But I feel like more times than not, it don't usually go that way. A lot of times, the guy he's not willing to do anything unless he has, somebody from the law telling him he has to do it. And it's sad because I would rather not. I would rather be able to go to my child's dad and be like, here's what he needs. When can you do it? And then work that way. But because all you're going to get is a string of lies or getting cussed out or ignored like you don't even exist or your child don't even exist, because you're getting all of that is why there's a law to begin with. Same thing with regular crime. That's the whole reason why there's a law to begin with. Is because you have the chance to do it and you still be like, nah. So,
exactly. And I was going to say, too, on top of that, is like, for my situation, everybody want to know, well, why did you wait so long? Because I was that stupid. Like, I was really waiting. I was really believing the lies. When they say, oh, I'm really trying, and if I had it, you'll have it. And whatever I got, I'll make sure you get. And you sit there and you hold on. But I think it was a song that inspired me when it was like, what was that song that was out by DJ Lil? She was like, let's just be honest. And it just, like, hit me in the head, like, June, you're lying to yourself. No one's doing anything for you. Like, you need to make some moves. If you want to see a change, you got to be that change that you want to see. And then that's what motivated me to walk up in that courthouse. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the things that guys don't like. Is they're like, why you want to get the white people involved? Why you want to go to court? Getting people all in our business. And it's like, because we cannot trust you. We cannot trust that you're going to hold up your end of the bargain. You feel like, out of sight, out of mind. Once you're not living in the house with your kids anymore, it's like you feel like you don't owe them anything. Like, that's not no longer your problem.
And that's exactly my situation now. The father of my kids doesn't come around like that, doesn't see they need anything, doesn't see them, nothing. So you know what? It's okay. I'll take that little bit you give me now. But you know what? I'm going to come hit you again. And this time I'm going to hit you hard. I'm going to have a certain expectations. And if the judge can't see this as this is just plain wrong, how much I'm getting and how he's going about not trying to find another job. Because there's men out there that do it, that pay child support for their kids. And they work hard, they bust their behind. And they're not with the kid's mother, but they still provide for their child because they know that's what they need to do. The mother could be working a good job, making, like Champagne said, be a millionaire. I still want my money. You still going to pay for this child while I am also paying for this child, putting up for this child, to build our children's future. That's where our money and stuff goes to. So why shouldn't the father be able to put his part in and pay forward?
Exactly. Do any of you ladies have any closing words for our listeners regarding if they should or should not, pursue child support for their children?
Rose, over.
Okay. I say do what you feel you need to do. You know, if you see that that your situation with your kid's father, if it's not going anywhere, if, you know, things are starting to change in the relationship, and you know that maybe he'll walk out, maybe he won't, I say you choose what's best for you, whether you should or you shouldn't. If you know your man is a good man, he's going to pay for these kids, then do it. If not, do what you got to do. As a mother, you have to do what you got to do. That's my last remark.
What about you, Champagne?
Well, I would say if there's any guys listening or any females that's listening that's like related to the guy who's going through it, try to do all that you can first to prevent yourself from having to get taken to court. Because I feel like I said again before, if you were doing your part to start, unless you just really have like a, you know, like a shitty baby mom, like I really don't see any good woman that's going to put you down for doing all that you can. And I don't even mean just money-wise. If you know that you don't make that much money, but you're off on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, then you should be picking up your kids Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And not just picking them up and putting them at your mother's house or your girlfriend's house or whoever's house. Literally spending every ounce of time that you do have with them. Because then your kids will start to fight for you when it comes to you and that child's mother. They'll be like, I want to be with Dad. I want to be with my dad. My dad shows me things. He does this. He teaches me things. They'll want to be with you, and then the relationship between you and the baby mom doesn't even have to be such a big deal. It's the only thing you'll start to see her as a connection between you and your child, and you won't have to worry about no court. So, like I said, closing remarks, if you can, just do all that you can to prevent it from going to court. And once it gets there, if it has to get that far, do as you're told, or die. Let me stop.
I love how you say do as you're told.
Do as you're told. Follow the rules.
Right.
Follow the rules that you ask for.
Amen to that.
Shalonda, I think she was saying that she had a closing word. Shalonda, you had a closing word? She must have her phone on mute because she hit me up. No, I don't hear her. What were you saying, Rose? I thought you were saying something.
Yo, I said amen to that.
Do as you're told. Champagne is ridiculous.
Yeah, Champagne is. Champagne is real though. She keeps it real, and you know, I can agree with the words that she says too. But everybody is different. You know, everybody is different. But you know, I agree with what she said. You know, just do what you're told at the end of the day.
And that's
ladies. Well, as the single mother I am, with my baby daddy, a.k.a. grandma over here, I got to get back to my child. So.
Thank you so much for joining Open Discussion.
All right.
And my final words for our listeners are definitely, like Champagne said, if you can avoid the court, definitely avoid the court if you can. Because it's not easy. Nobody wants to bring our brothers down. Like, we don't want to bring you guys down. We don't want to see you go to jail. You know what I mean? Right. We don't want to lose you guys. But at the same time, don't think about who we are to you and how much you hate us. Think about your child. Your child needs to be taken care of, and it's not fair for us to have to go to welfare or go to our family and beg when you're able and willing, not even willing, but you're able. You know, you're able and you should be willing. And parents, we have to learn to co-parent and take care of our children collectively. You know, no matter how we made them, no matter the circumstances, they're here. And we need to do what we need to do to make sure that they are living a prosperous and successful life. And so and I want to encourage the women, don't feel belittled, don't feel less than because you got to go for child support, because that's part of being a woman. That's part of taking a stand. You know what I mean? It's not weak. It's taking a stand. So, again, I want to thank you, for Rose, for joining Open Discussions tonight. I want to thank all my listeners.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in to Open Discussions on our first night on The Cutting Edge. I also want to encourage you all to come back and listen on Thursday is Living Life on the Edge. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Tuesday, we have Touche which I, myself, along with Soul Kitten and Lisa, are going to be on Touche every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And again, meet me here again next Wednesday for open discussions, same time, same place. Everybody have a blessed night. Thank you for coming.